Hello everyone and welcome to my Y&R Insider 24 update channel. Adam and Chelsea's reward, wedding decision, Phyllis compromised. The Young and the Restless spoilers for October 10, 2025 have been released. In the next episode, fans can expect Adam Newman and Chelsea Lawson to get rewarded. A major wedding decision is made. Plus, Phyllis Summers gets busted in a compromising position. Continue reading to learn more about the upcoming episodes of the CBS soap opera. Make sure to check out our weekly Y&R spoilers, here. The Expose by Newman Media. Let's start with Chadam. An article that discredits Kane Ashby was published by Adam and Chelsea. Despite Victor Newman warning Kane of the consequences, he still didn't take the deal. Jill Abbott and Lily Winters are enraged now that the article has been published. Kane and his children's situation aren't any better either because of this. Read more, find out what happened on the last episode of Y&R. Rewarded, Chelsea Lawson and Adam Newman. Adam and Chelsea made the article happen, and they were busy fielding many calls that day. Kane, on the other hand, is trying to decide what to do next. They will be rewarded by Victor for their steadfastness when they return to Chadam. Christine Blair's wedding. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, October 10 reveal that Christine Blair and Danny Romalotti, Michael Damian, are getting ready for their big day. This might have to do with Christine's wedding dress. On Instagram, fans could cast their votes for it. Of course, this could be about another wedding delay. Of course, the wedding is supposed to be in November, which coincides with November sweeps. So, prepare for a surprise of some kind. Read this. The Young and the Restless, Jill snags AI software, gives Chancellor back to Billy as peace offering. Phyllis Summers' compromising position. She is caught with Phyllis in a vulnerable position. Is there any connection between this and Kane's strategy? The man did summon Phyllis to his train car. So, maybe Kane will rethink his AI plans? Not only has Jack Abbott tried to reason with Kane, but so have others. Kane might be moved to make different decisions if he sees the faces of his children. Another possibility is that Phyllis and Kane drink their sorrows, only to end up in passion. What if Lily just happens to interrupt? Regardless, Phyllis will have to explain a lot, and this will quickly spread throughout Genoa City. Also coming up is Holden Novak's, Nathan Owens, trip to Los Angeles with Claire Grace Newman, Haley Erin. So, stay tuned for all the drama. Newman Media's expose, Adam and Chelsea take the gamble. For Adam Newman and Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, the decision to publish an expose on Kane Ashby wasn't just business, it was personal, strategic, and deeply risky. Adam appears to have finally aligned himself with his father's goals, or so it appears, after months of being under Victor Newman's, Eric Braeden, scrutiny and pressure. However, despite Adam's apparent loyalty, his actions have also been tinged with his typical rebellious streak. Due to his ability to strike a balance between ambition and a desire to forge his own legacy, he has always been the Newman family's wild card. The damaging information about Kane's questionable business practices and manipulation behind the scenes of Chancellor Winters was made public in the expose, which was published by Newman Media. Despite Victor's warnings and multiple chances to cut a deal, Kane refused to comply, and now, the fallout is massive. Lily Winters and Jill Abbott are furious. They see Adam and Chelsea's actions as a calculated betrayal meant to damage Kane's already fragile reputation rather than acts of journalistic integrity. For Adam, though, the expose was about redemption not just for himself but for Chelsea as well. Since their days of chaos, deceit, and heartbreak, the two have come a long way. Working together again has reminded them of the passion and partnership that once made Chadam one of the most dynamic duos in Genoa City. They are now being rewarded for their success and loyalty. Victor, ever the puppeteer, sees this as a strategic win. Rewarding Adam and Chelsea allows him to re-establish dominance, rewarding loyalty while quietly manipulating the chessboard behind the scenes. However, as is the case with every victory in The Young and the Restless, there is a price to pay. Kane, humiliated and desperate, may strike back in ways no one expects, especially if he believes Newman Media and Adam in particular have ruined his chances to rebuild both his career and family. Adam Newman and Chelsea Lawson's reward, a new chapter or a setup. Victor Newman is not known for rewarding people without expecting anything in return. Fans can anticipate a subtle tension beneath the surface as Adam and Chelsea celebrate their latest success. While it appears that Victor is acknowledging their loyalty, longtime viewers know that every reward in Genoa City comes with invisible strings attached. Adam's history with his father has been filled with betrayal, disappointment, and mistrust. Even now, Adam can't be sure whether Victor's approval is genuine or another manipulation to keep him under control. On the other hand, Chelsea appears cautiously optimistic. After everything she's been through, her mental health struggles, her co-parenting challenges, and her recent return to business, this new chapter feels like a chance to reclaim her independence and stability. Once more, their chemistry is palpable. Working together rekindles the flames that have never been truly ignited between them. However, both are aware that getting too close may cause old wounds to reopen. Will they give in to nostalgia and rekindle their romance, or will they keep things strictly professional for the sake of success? Emotions and logic rarely coexist peacefully with Adam. For now, the Newman heir enjoys the moment, fielding calls, making headlines, and watching his rivals squirm. Adam, on the other hand, has a sneaking suspicion that something sinister is simmering beneath the surface. Kane's rage, Lily's devastation, and Jill's resolve to defend her family might soon collide in a way that puts Chadham's victory and possibly their relationship to the ultimate test. Is Christine Blair's wedding going to go off without a hitch? The long-awaited wedding of Christine Blair, Laura Lee Bell, and Danny Romalotti, Michael Damian, takes place in the background of Newman Media's celebrations. Fans have been eagerly awaiting this union, which represents one of Y&R's most iconic love stories coming full circle. Christine and Danny are now emotionally on the same page after years of disappointments, missed opportunities, and reconciliations. The upcoming episode centers around an important wedding decision, possibly Christine choosing her wedding dress. Fans even had the opportunity to vote for Christine's dress on social media, tying the show's storyline to actual viewer engagement in a fun meta twist. But soap weddings rarely go as planned, and fans who have followed the show for a long time know better than to hope for a happy ending without at least one major turn of events. Is it possible that this wedding decision suggests a delay or even cold feet? Christine's long history of putting her career before love has often been a point of tension in her relationships. And with her history with Danny, not to mention the re-emergence of certain characters who may still hold feelings or grudges, there's potential for drama even in what should be a joyful storyline. Moreover, the timing of the wedding, set to coincide with November sweeps, suggests that viewers should brace for a bombshell. Whether it's an unexpected guest, a shocking confession, or a long-buried secret resurfacing, Christine and Danny's big day could become one of Y&R's most talked-about events of the year. Phyllis Summer's compromising position, trouble on the horizon. No Young and the Restless episode would be complete without Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, finding herself in hot water, and this Friday's episode is no exception. Phyllis will reportedly get caught in a compromising position, which could set off another scandal in Genoa City. The question is, who catches her, and what exactly is she doing? Recent episodes showed Kane summoning Phyllis to his train car to discuss a potential collaboration involving his AI technology. Since the beginning, their alliance has been shady because both characters are known for breaking the rules to get what they want. But with Kane's world falling apart after the Newman Media expose, he and Phyllis may act recklessly out of desperation. There's speculation that the compromising situation could involve Phyllis and Kane drowning their sorrows together, perhaps one drink too many leading to an impulsive, regret-filled moment of passion. If so, the fallout would be massive. If Lily walked in on them, it would be explosive, causing rivalries and old wounds to resurface. Alternatively, the compromising position could be professional rather than romantic. Phyllis might be caught accessing confidential files, manipulating AI code, or otherwise involving herself in Kane's plans in ways that put her at legal and moral risk. Either scenario puts Phyllis in a dangerous position, one that could destroy the fragile trust she's been trying to rebuild with her family and friends. Phyllis has always been a fighter who can overcome challenges and capitalize on even the worst of them. But this time, her choices might have lasting consequences. If she's tied to Kane's downfall or seen as aiding him, it could undo months of progress and once again isolate her from the very people she's been trying to win back. Kane Ashby's reckoning, between redemption and ruin. Kane Ashby is a man on the edge. Once a respected businessman and devoted father, he's now facing public humiliation and personal chaos. The exposé has not only tarnished his reputation but also jeopardized his relationships with Jill, Lily, and his children. The pain of losing everything may push him into dangerous territory. Kane's connection to Phyllis could become both a lifeline and a liability. They could be brought together by their shared desire for redemption, but it could also bring them down. If they do cross a line, whether on an emotional, professional, or romantic level, it could set off a chain reaction that affects Genoa City's power structure. Always the matriarch, Jill refuses to remain silent as her son commits suicide. Expect fiery confrontations as she tries to pull him back from the brink. Meanwhile, Victor, seeing Kane as a threat to his empire, may take even more ruthless measures to neutralize him. Kane must choose whether to fight back as these forces get closer or finally take responsibility for his actions. A parallel plot to Claire Grace's Los Angeles adventure amid the corporate warfare and personal scandals, a parallel storyline unfolds with Claire Grace Newman, Haley Erin, and Holden Novak heading to Los Angeles. The younger generation is taken into new territory as a result of this subplot, which gives the Y&R universe a sense of adventure and expansion. Due to their connections to Los Angeles, Adam and Sharon's storyline and Claire's journey might cross paths in the future. Her trip may also introduce new characters and set the stage for crossovers or spin-off potential. Future plots in Genoa City may be influenced by Claire's choices and the secrets she uncovers, so fans should keep an eye on that. Last thoughts. The peace before the storm in November Friday's episode feels like the beginning of a storm as the young and the restless gets closer to November sweeps. The reward given to Adam and Chelsea, the decisions made by Christine regarding her wedding, the most recent scandal involving Phyllis, and Kane's descent all have long-term ramifications. Phyllis may once again become her own worst enemy, Christine's wedding may not go as planned, and Adam's reward may become a trap. In the meantime, Victor's ongoing game of control is obscured by his quiet contentment. Every action has a reaction in Genoa City, and as these stories converge, fans can expect alliances to shift, hearts to break, and secrets to explode. More than just a typical cliffhanger before the weekend, Friday's episode is a reminder that in The Young and the Restless, loyalty is currency, passion is risky, and every choice has a price. Genoa City residents are about to discover that the past is never truly buried, it always finds a way to resurface when they least expect it, whether it be in love, business, or vengeance. Sienna's debut, a chance encounter, and Noah's crash according to The Young and the Restless spoilers, a preview clip for the week of October 13, 2025, has been released. It shows Noah Newman has been in an awful accident. However, it appears that Chance Chancellor is observing Sharon Newman in the background. Additionally, Claire Grace Newman is introduced to Sienna Bacall by Holden Novak. Continue reading to learn more about the upcoming episodes of the CBS soap opera. The pressure on Kyle Abbott. Let's begin with Kyle Abbott, who has the irrational idea that he must pursue Claire. Dude, the girl just traveled 2,000 miles with a guy she barely knows to get away from you. Kyle won't be reasonable and refuses to give Claire space, though. The preview clip for next week shows Kyle confronting Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley. The young man wants to know the address where Claire is staying in Los Angeles. The hesitation of Victoria Newman at first, Victoria stands firm and tells Kyle she doesn't know what he expects from her. Kyle then states that all he requires is an address. Victoria's expression suggests that she may offer a compromise. Victoria might not give him Claire's hotel, but she could agree to accompany him there. Sienna Bacall debuts. In Los Angeles, Holden takes Claire to a club in Los Angeles. That is when Sienna makes her big debut. Claire is introduced to the club owner. Sienna says to Holden right in front of Claire, "Well, anyone is better than that last one you were with. Audrey has a problem." That is not an error. Sienna actually refers to her as Audrey rather than Audra Charles. Holden insists that Claire is just a friend, but Sienna doesn't seem to buy it. Crash of Noah Newman. According to the spoilers for The Young and the Restless for the week of October 13, Noah will be in a terrible accident. In Los Angeles, Sharon is on the phone with Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow. While she sobs and tells Nick that Noah has been in an accident, and it's really bad, someone watches from afar. Signing by Chancery Chancellor. I know it sounds impossible since Chance died on screen, but walking past the waiting room, a man strolls by and pays special attention to Sharon. Sharon is now turning her back to avoid seeing him. However, it looks just like Chance. During the week of October 13th, 2025, which storyline are you most excited to see? Write down your thoughts in the box below. To find out what happens next, remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount+.